So try as much as you can to look there. I know it's harder.
Yeah, but I like looking at the screen. So, hi everyone, welcome back to Property Couple. Yeah, so we just thought we'd drop in and say a few words because we haven't actually done
a face-to-face
for a while, yeah. So we're actually happy to share our brand new project that we are now working on, right?
Yeah, so the next one that you're about to see in this video is pretty much, I wouldn't say identical to the first, but it's a very, very similar floor plan.
It's very similar.
We went there, we filmed our first sort of, well, it was my first look around. You've been quite a few times to that property, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, we are outside another property. It's so exciting because actually I've never seen this one, but AK has viewed
We completed 2 days ago.
Yeah, we completed 2 days ago, but I was not part of any of the viewings. You basically did this whole deal.
Yeah.
And I would say I was like 10% part of this deal.
In fact, we completed yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday.
Wow.
We completed yesterday. My dad picked up the keys from the vendor. And here we are, about to go in. So step in with your right foot first.
Yeah.
I was kind of less involved in this deal. I'd say you sort of handled this one.
I think we've worked very well as a team together. And that is the key here. So, you know, playing to our different strengths. And actually this one, just to let you know, we got direct to vendor to this one. So what that means is that there is no agent involved. So we met this lady who was actually sort of offloading some of her portfolio, and we actually agreed a few properties with her. So this is the first one within that portfolio that we agreed on, and
it's just really good having that direct to vendor relationship because it means, you know, it's an off-market deal, we're not paying estate agent fees, we've got direct contact with the person who's selling all round.
I really like dealing directly with a vendor as well because you just build up like a bit of a relationship with that person and it just feels quite nice.
Yeah, and I suppose your good looks help as well. You sweet talking people.
Yeah, just rubbing shoulders with the vendor. No, but it's good. It's been again massive learning curves already.
So as soon as we completed on this project, we went straight into getting the floor plans drawn up.
As you said, similar sort of layout. There's a front door which takes you into what was a sort of main reception room. That will be a bedroom. Bedroom one with an ensuite in there. Mm-hmm. Similar to the other project you saw.
Here we go.
Oh, it stinks.
Lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly.
Lovely jubbly. Wow. This is what we like. The fire on. Get the fire on.
And then similar, you have that sort of main communal area in the middle of the house, in the centre of the house. So usually in these old style sort of terrace properties, there were 2 reception rooms. So we've made use of one of the reception rooms as a bedroom. The second reception room will be that communal area.
We're dealing with another very similar layout to what we've got at the other property in the same area.
So this is like the main, should we call it? Main reception room.
So the plan with this one, this is the main communal area. It's actually a bit bigger than the last one you saw, so we'll probably have the couch along here. Mm-hmm. The TV is going to go on this wall. This will be a nice little space, I think. You know, you've got to imagine it.
Yeah, you've got to really try and imagine the transformation. That's quite a nice table, actually.
Interesting. Yeah, solid.
I think you will use that.
Bloody
you will use that as a desk.
I'll use this as a bloody weight training. Kind of then go further, you've got the kitchen. So the kitchen is kind of like a long kitchen, and there's actually a door that allows you into the kitchen. Now, in the centre of these kind of terrace houses, there's a walkway. Mm-hmm. This walkway is a shared access point, and the tenants will actually use this walkway and enter into the kitchen as the main door.
Fast forward into the future, since the refurb has actually now begun.
This originally was the front door to the property, which we've now, or in the process of bricking up, we've put a new window in. So what will happen, the tenants will now come through this entrance here to access the property. Again, I'll just point out, we've had all new windows and doors throughout. This originally was a window, which we've put in another fire escape door here. Also, obviously, a new back door.
Basically, sorry about the no light, but we've inherited some nice mugs.
They're actually
winning. So this will be in the kitchen. So similar layout to the last one. We're gonna have to change all the windows because the windows are
not double
single glazed. So we're gonna have to change those. That boiler's gonna go, but similar to the other one, we'll probably have the sink
fridge and everything along here. It'll probably be a similar layout.
Yeah. And what's crazy about this one is that you feel the cold so much more with the single glazing.
Yeah.
Like
Completely stripped out. We're going to full new central heating. We're going to have a cylinder and a new boiler over in this corner here. What we've done also, obviously as we've been ripping out, spotted some unsupported brickwork in that here. So we've got the steel on site, which will now come across this back wall here and support the wall above.
Come in through that walkway through the garden, and you come in like that.
And then downstairs, currently there is a sort of what we say is a family bathroom. So the family bathroom downstairs will be converted to an off-suite, which will be associated with one of the rooms upstairs that is slightly too small to have an ensuite in it. So HMO regulations state that a room has to be a certain size. So that's how we're working that one. And that bathroom or that off-suite is going to have the same code as the bedroom code on the door upstairs, so that person's got access to it only. The bathroom, toilet with wee in it. If you want to show the audience.
no way, I'm not showing that.
That's fantastic. Bath looks amazing. I mean,
Oh wow, it looks absolutely stunning.
what I like is the attention to detail. That's phenomenal. You've got, like, you know, if you look there, you've got all the nice butterflies around. It's very relaxing.
This will act as the off-suite for the bedroom above, and they'll be the only people to use this bathroom. We've completely stripped out here. There's a bit more plaster work to be done, but again, what we'll be doing, we'll be sticking a large shower tray in this corner here, a vanity unit and a concealed toilet system in the corner.
Seem to have inherited a little ornament as well there.
So let's go upstairs.
Upstairs. You come up the stairs.
Coming up the stairs, coming into bedroom 2 to start with. It kind of feels like in most of these houses, this front room at the front of the house is always the biggest, it seems. Most amount of natural light, biggest window.
Yeah,
I love these rooms.
I guess that's probably the main, or was the main room.
And again, we've got space for a desk chair, chest of drawers, double wardrobe, 4-foot bed. And when I was Googling 4-foot beds, they are basically the same size as what we have.
That's good.
I just think our beds look bigger because our bed frame
Yeah, they've got the headboard.
have got the kind of like extra bits that just make that mattress look bigger. But then you know as soon as you lie on our mattress that it's a small double in the UK. Small double is like, it's fine for 2 people, but it's not quite as luxurious as a, you know.
This is, I think, the biggest room.
It is, for sure.
And I think this is going to be a nice little room. I think what we'll do is end up having the ensuite, similar to the last one. We'll probably put some sort of like wall in here. I don't know if we're going to take this chimney breast out.
Just leave it.
We need to check.
Again, this bedroom here, we've got a fire escape window, sockets as per the drawing. We'll do something different as well over here. We tend to have a worktop with a fridge freezer in the rooms. So we've got a socket above and below. If we step in here, what we do, moisture board all the stud work inside the ensuite. And then that allows us to run the first fix pipe work in between the stud work, and then we'll obviously board.
Yeah, so I think this has got a lot of space.
And you know what, Ash? The message of all of this is love yourself.
Exactly.
So don't ever forget it.
Into the second bedroom, we've got this ensuite thing again, which is basically the same as what we did in the last one.
I don't think there's going to be a bath, but it looks like a larger shower unit within there. Yeah, so essentially it's kind of a separate sort of shower, and then there's a little toilet. So that I like that bedroom as well because it's quite quiet. So it's actually on top of the communal sort of walkway through the house. So it's not on the road, and it's behind where the sort of garden is. So it's quite a quiet room, that one.
And again, like eating into the previous wardrobe space of bedroom 1, that's how bedroom 2 and 3 have got like these back-to-back en-suites, which I just think is a really great use of space. And you know, I think space is everything with these, whilst we're trying to stick en-suites in every room. We
just a little hair check.
A huge mirror.
Just a little hair check.
Hair check. Ash said it's a bit smaller than the other one, and I was like, damn, because the other one's still, it's not huge. But after coming upstairs, I actually think it's quite big. The rooms are a really decent size. Like this one's probably Oh, this is a really good size, I think. And if we're going to do the same thing as before, put the en-suites in the corners.
Can I show you something?
Yeah.
We've inherited something else. The COVID vaccination.
Okay, finally, bedroom 4. This is the interesting one, and I know that on the video we're watching, I was so certain we'd be able to get a ensuite in there. My dad was certain we would, but after getting the plans drawn up and running it by the HMO regulations, this isn't big enough to fit in an ensuite. So that's why the bathroom downstairs will be coded and belong to this room.
I still think that's going to be a really nice room.
Me too. I think so too. I really like beds that are up against the corner of a room.
Yeah, again, it's right at the back of the house, so the view from the window will be the garden, and it's going to be super, super quiet. I know I keep saying that, I sound like an old man. Like,
You just love quiet, don't
quiet
you?
room, yeah.
So this is the...
Oh, look what else we've inherited.
Oh, a minion.
Minion.
So this is the smallest room at the back.
See, this is the one I think is going to be difficult. Lovely,
Damp.
jabbly bit of damp there. That is what we like to see.
See what's taken a lot of time because they're old walls, etc. Where we've chased out, we're getting a lot of issues now. It's just literally crumbling off the wall. So we need to patch in, do bonding. It's not just a case of just skimming straight over. If you come through, what we'll be doing is we'll be meshing all the walls. We'll be using like a green grit which helps bond the plaster to the wall to give it a good finish. But as you can see, we're coming unstuck with a lot of issues like this. If you don't take it all the way back to brick, it is a case of just making good of a bad situation. But obviously the work and the effort that's going to make it a good finish, to get a nice skim finish afterwards, there's a lot of work to be done before we get to the troweling up.
Also talking about the garden, one thing I noticed while we were walking around, other than all the little gifts we've been left with, like the lawnmower that was wrapped in bin liner.
Wow. It's quite big. I've got no idea. I think that's a barbell. I think that's actually a barbell.
There's obviously a broken fence, and you looked at the plans this morning, and from the title, not the title deeds, but you looked at what belongs to us and what belongs to the neighbouring property.
The boundaries.
That's the one. And unfortunately, the one that's got that massive hole in it where you can see through to the neighbours, that is the left fence that belongs to the neighbour. It looks really bad. They've done nothing about it since, but all the other fences are ours, so obviously we'll fix all of those in the garden, but it's a shame that the one that is most damaged belongs to the neighbouring property. What do you think?
I'm not sure if it is.
I think it is, because it said on the plans, looking
The
at
one
the
on the
house
left.
from looking at the house from the road.
Yeah.
The one on the left.
Yeah.
Belongs to the neighbour.
Is that right?
And that's the one that's got a massive hole in it.
Okay, I'm with you now.
I know.
Let's
So
see.
I just noticed that this morning. I wanted to mention it.
It's all going to be
but-
fun and games.
Yeah.
So we're a good few weeks into this project now, and here's one of our updates.
Well, as you see, everything's in. It is just at the plastering stage now. But in here, we've started in the middle room, just because we've got other work going on. The lads are skimming in here now, so we're just ready to crack on and get plastering.
We're really enjoying it at the moment. I think we've learnt loads, haven't we?
So much. Like, I'm just constantly on the phone to doing paperwork, mortgage stuff, all this sort of money moving that we're doing, and we've learnt so much through the training we did. Was it a year and a half
You're
ago
gonna have to
now?
teach me. You're gonna have to teach me how to do all this stuff. But all our sort of property education courses and all that sort of stuff, we did that sort of over a year ago now. Working with investors to fund these projects and things like that. I just think in a year and a half we've come so far.
I know, and there's just no way we would have initiated any of this if we hadn't have done all of that a few years ago and just got stuck in and we took huge action. And I think at the time we were just so scared to talk to anyone about it, and I'm just really glad that we're documenting bits of what we do, because otherwise I think in 5 years' time people will be like, you've done what?
Yeah, I feel like we can open up a little bit more about it now. Feel a bit more comfortable with it.
Yeah, for sure. We really appreciate all of you guys for coming on the ride with us and enjoying the journey. Don't forget you can follow us on Instagram at Property Couple UK, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!